We're going to do the last bit of November and the first few days in December on the Sky Mirror on program 1043 for you. The prior new moon for you folks was at 8 Scorpio. 8 Scorpio trines Neptune, where it stopped at 9 Pisces. Scorpio, Pisces, water signs. You got a new moon coming up on the 29th. This new moon is at 7 Sag 43. It squares Neptune. And those beautiful fish that you picked up, they're going to start smelling. So let's go over this day by day for you, because you're in the Neptune zone that's pretty nice right now. But wait till after the 29th. And the fish you forgot is going to turn to a nightmare for you. We got the planetary pattern here, and things of importance we're going to pick out by watching the moon go through this area. It takes a day to go through about this much. It's in Libra while you're watching the show. This is Libra right here. And as it makes angles to these planetary spirits, it changes the mood of the times. Like on Thursday morning, you're in the Mars zone, a moon sextile or trine Mars, and you're feeling pretty good Thursday morning, remember? If you're on a Thursday night show. And then the SHIT hit the fan. And here's Venus and Pluto in square, and there's troubles, and the sweets were full of bugs. And yeah, a lot of bugs around. And that goes through your Thursday night till you get to late Thursday night. And here's Saturn and here's Mercury, and here's grounded information, but it doesn't come up till 9, 10, 11 o'clock Thursday night. Moon in late Libra. Don't let your guard down, though, because Friday morning, here about breakfast time, the moon opposes Uranus, and there's a glitch. The moon, squaring Pluto back here Thursday night kind of puts you in a little panicky feeling, and by the time you get through Friday morning before lunch, you've had these technical problems and a feeling of aloneness and jitteriness and stuff, and oh my, oh my. So, twist the plugs, bump the battery with a hammer, test the connections. Friday morning. After dinner Friday night, the moon goes into Scorpio, and it's a different ball game. Whole different vibe in Scorpio. It's a fixed water sign. And right away, Sunday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon, the 26th, the moon trines Neptune. And oh, isn't Neptune nice? Yes, Eric Satie, his music I recommend. Gymnasium 2 or something. And there's some wonderful music around and wonderful artwork. We had 2,000 years of this Pisces stuff, this Neptune stuff, and half of these Neptune characters are true blues and produced wonderful music and art. And now we're in Aquarius, a tendency to throw it out, but you don't want to throw all of it out. Just like the chemistry, there might be helpful things in organic chemistry, not just pesticides and herbicides. So, you can't count Neptune out totally. There's a good side to him. I hope you find it here Saturday afternoon and evening. Sunday morning, you realize you made some discoveries. The moon sextiles Pluto. Got to get up early. This is 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and Venus is there. Oh, I discovered something. And then there's sweets and love and sex. And stay in bed late and cogitate on your discoveries, and you'll get rewarded on Sunday morning, the 27th. Sunday's nice. You still have the taste of the sweets and the discovery and stuff as you go right through until Monday morning. But here past just about breakfast time, the moon shifts into Sagittarius. Now we got a different ball game setting up here because you're in the new moon zone. The new moon actually happens here at about 8 Sagittarius Monday evening. And it squares Neptune at 9 Pisces, which is on the south node. Eek, I need help. So here you've got the first setup. Here's the flooding. Here's the chemicals. Here's the more shabai, more foolishness. A lot of it is incredible stuff. That makes me laugh sometimes because, You know, I dig into these things, and I'm a specialist in it. You know, one of the funniest ones is the brown water. Oh, some sewage spilled. There's brown water out there. When I was at OSHA, the guys who worked in sewage, they wanted special money for hazardous duty pay. And they said no, and so they get OSHA down here, see if it's really hazardous. They sent me there. Well, I didn't go around collecting bacteria samples and getting mixed up in the mush of his Roundup carcinogenic or something. You don't know. It takes years and years and years. No, what I did is I went after the health records of the guys who worked down there, looking for skin problems, intestinal problems, what you'd see if it was a toxic environment, wading around in sewage every day. Turned out they were much healthier than everybody else. Yes, the guys who work in it. So we couldn't give them hazardous duty pay. But the brown water stuff, it's bull. Sewage is sterile. Doesn't hurt you none. Ha ha, ha ha ha. Oh, I got so wound up in the circus I forgot where I was. So much Neptune stuff seems funny unless you're caught in it. Then it's not funny at all. So here begins your month of not funny at all Neptune stuff. And you know, when you smell something, you're not just smelling some ephemeral thing. It's molecules in the air entering your body. You know, get smart. Your sense of smell is up. But, you know, you're not going to... You might have liked your sense of smell and music, art, and color in the whole month of November. I mean, until you get to the end of November and this new moon shifts it. And now, too much color, too much music, too much smells, too much Neptune. Ugh. Ugh, ugh. So... You're in for a month of it, the month of December. It'll switch at the end of December. There'll be another new moon. Will take you out of it. But for now, I advise you to see it like a circus. The French existentialists call it the spectacle. And it's gonna get funny. All the clowns turn vicious. I don't know. But what happens is it takes a day or two before a new moon soaks in, you know, and Tuesday night, after you've had the new moon Monday night, Tuesday afternoon and evening's not bad. There's a sextile to Mars, and you're out there getting the physical stuff done, you know. Feels kind of good. And here's Jupiter and some wisdom, and it even has the moon early, well, here it goes by Saturn. Now that's about 10, 11, 12 o'clock Tuesday night. The moon's going by Saturn. See that little dark mark there? Ugh, Saturn, even at his best, is going to limit, constrict, and make things smaller. Makes things drier. Wednesday morning, the antidote to Saturn and management is the union. And we're all brothers. In la catch, I am another you. Wednesday morning, you know, it could be very nice if your consciousness is up to waking up. You had to wake up and realize you've been fooled. Some ways for 2,000 years. You've been brainwashed. That's what school does. Fools you. Oh yeah, we'll get in line. We all believe God created Earth in 7 days. We believe it. Anyway, it's a revolutionary Wednesday morning, and Mercury's there. You can talk about it. You know, speak out. Wake people up. The same old thing can't go along anymore. Here, Wednesday night, there's a nice conjunction to Mercury, and the kids are happy, and we're really talking and communicating, and Wednesday's a very enlightening day, enlightening for the mind. Uranus enlightens through the mind. Neptune enlightens through the heart. You got to remember that. These are two huge forces in our experience, just like Saturn and Jupiter. You know, Mars and Venus, when you're young, it's all Romeo and Juliet. Middle age, it's all Jupiter and Saturn, lawyers and judges and laws and etc. But, you know, the true heavies are Uranus and Neptune. That pair is what enlightens you as you get older naturally, if you're allowed. Now, here's Neptune, and it's got a sextile Thursday. You might squeeze a little more good color and art out of it. But look out, the fish is starting to go really bad. And you might think it looks pretty. You know, that pretty flower, and you smell it, ugh. But I don't know, I wouldn't prognosticate here, but it is a sextile. And so, butterflies and birds and Jesus are all good. Friday morning, the moon goes by Pluto really early. You could be woke up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in a state of emergency here, because you're in the zone where all the planets are squaring up. And it's complicated. I mean, look at all these little markers. First, the conjunction to Pluto. Wake up. Eek, a bug. Something crawled on my foot. And then there's a square to Jupiter. We're overdoing it. We're much too loud. And as you go through the rest of the day, you're moving up to Venus. Now, Venus is there making the bug was licking the sugar on your foot. So this is about pleasure and fun and sex and girls, and they're having emergencies. And, it's going to go on all the way through Friday morning. So this is not a good time to be with a lover and expect things to go smoothly. It won't. Guaranteed. As you go through the rest of Friday, by the time you get to Friday night, maybe some of this stuff has wore off a little bit, hopefully. Saturday, December 3rd, there is an Aquarius moon. Aquarius starts here and goes down to there. So between breakfast and lunch, really, the moon shifts into Aquarius. And when it's no longer in Capricorn, some of the desire from Venus and the eek a bug from Pluto is going to mellow out. And you're in the Mars zone. Mars is coming up for you. So start thinking about doing your chores. The moon's in Aquarius at wake-up time. We all are the same entity dressed in a different chart. Oh, you think you're all different from everybody? Nah. The same people are the same all over the world. And dogs and cats have consciousness and spirit, and like we do, they just don't talk. But, wake up, wake up. The moon hits the sextile to Uranus. Oh, I didn't mark it here. Let's see, it's at 21. It's right there. It's Sunday night. Oh, there it is. A little blue. And Mars is going to occupy you a lot. Now, this is probably sports. And Uranus in harmony as everybody dresses in the same color and gets up and chants and makes signs. And there's a sextile to the sun. There's a trine to Jupiter. Hooray! Big celebration. The clowns are loose. The football game is on. Uranus is happy. This Sunday, it's a rah, rah, rah Sunday. Go out and get some physical stuff done, or go out and watch some sports and cheer on the young guys. There could be records set here in sports and athletics. And you could finally realize what you're really protecting. How to use that anger.